Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube Starter Pack number 6. This one we're going to be talking about some autoresponders. I'm actually going to show you my autoresponder, the one I use. It's a really good piece of software, and I think it'll help you as you start to try to keep the conversation going by using an autoresponder. So, what is an autoresponder? An autoresponder is simply a service that allows you to give immediate information to your potential customer. It's simple. They can also be used to send follow-up message at predetermined intervals. The YouTube Starter Pack is an example of an autoresponder. Basically, you signed up on a form, you gave me your email and allowed me to send you these email messages that contain videos. And that's exactly what an autoresponder is. They can be very simple or they can be very complex. I use Aweber, which is a real popular autoresponder. A lot of people like it because it is so user-friendly and it can be used in a variety of different ways. Typically, you'll create an opt-in form where people will give you their email in exchange for something for free, maybe a free report or a free video, much like what you did with the YouTube Starter series. You saw that I had a free video series and you gave me your email. Once you've created this opt-in form, you'll place it on a landing page. And of course, there's more on that in the next video where we'll be talking about landing page tactics. You can create an email sequence for these opt-ins promoting your products or your services. And then finally, you'll drive traffic to that opt-in page using various methods. Of course, my favorite is, of course, YouTube. And I really think that that's a great way to drive traffic to an opt-in form. But let's go ahead and take a look at Aweber, which is, again, the autoresponder that I use. Okay guys, so I'm here on the Aweber homepage and I've blanked out some of my stuff here, but you can see the basic layout. In order to create a new list, you're going to go to My Lists and then right here, create a new list. Now you can create a whole bunch of lists. You know, I typically create one list per opt-in bonus that I'm giving away. So for my YouTube Starter Pack, I have one list. I have a Pinterest ebook that I give away. I have one list for that. So you'll give your list a name here. So default whatever, or description. You know, say you're giving away tips on how to do home improvement. So home improvement ebook. And oh, it doesn't like that. And then you'd say your from name, and that's the name that they're going to see in their email box. So, you know, you could put Travis at Home Improvement, or just, you know, Travis Ross. That's fine, or whatever. And then the address that you're sending it from. Notifications, this is where you'll get an email every time somebody subscribes. So you want to put your email in there. You'll save settings, and then you'll go to the next setting. So it's really just kind of really simple. Company name, you put all your information there. If you want to link up your Twitter account and all that, you can do that. Then your confirmed opt-in page. This is where you can require an opt-in on your web forms. This is the double opt-in, okay? And there's so many different things, so many people saying different things about, you know, you should have or you shouldn't have opt-ins or double opt-ins, or you should use a single opt-in. You could hit this, turn this off, and then anybody that ever opts in, they won't have to confirm. Typically, people spam, or your spam rate will go up. People will mark your emails as spam potentially. If you don't require a double opt-in, however, you'll get fewer opt-ins because people won't necessarily confirm. So that's up to you. You can do that. Your success page is basically a page that you will want someone to go to when they opt into your list. So if you have an ebook you're giving away and you want them to go to that page so they can download the ebook, well, you can put it in here in your success page URL. Once they've confirmed, they go here. So and then this is just basically, hey, thanks for subscribing. We've got your request, but we need you to, you know, contact us and give us permission, or click the email that we send you, you know, click this, and that's the double opt-in confirmation. Now, obviously that goes away if you click this. So once you've done that and you've saved you save all of the settings, and it creates a list for you. And we'll see what we can do with the list here in just a second. Okay, so let's set up a follow-up message. Okay, so I'm here on my current list. This is the list I created in the last video. If you go to the Messages tab, you have these choice. You can do a follow-up broadcast or a blog broadcast. A follow-up message is what you're going to use. It'll be a timed message that comes out over time. So, you know, I create one and it's immediately sent, and then I create another one and it's sent, 3 days later, and then I create another one, and I can create an infinite number of messages that go out in a prescribed time frame that I select. A broadcast message is something that I want to send out in addition to my follow-up messages that I can send out at any time. So say I have a big announcement or something, I can send out a big broadcast message. So let's do a follow-up message, and I want to just show you here. So I'm on the follow-up message tab here, and I can do an HTML message, which is usually what I do. Some people say you should always do plain text messages because HTML messages don't format right, etc., etc. I like the functionality of the HTML message. That's just my personal opinion. So, okay, so it's got this new drag and drop editor, and it takes a second to load the first time. So you didn't insert your subject here. So here's my subject. And then down here is your editor, and you have all these things that you can do. You can create. They also have some templates. If you click this button, you can see you already have some templates here, so you could just immediately insert, something like this for some clovers or whatever. So I just like typically using a plain background, and then I go back to go click templates and have that go away. Whatever this little blue line is surrounding is what you're editing at the time, and so you can click this little X here to get this element gone. So I click that, and it's gone. So then I'll start with a paragraph. I just drag it in here, and I say Lorem Ipsum first name, and this is if I've asked them for a name in my opt-in, this is where it'll show up. Typically what I do is I put something like, and I do ask for their first name. Typically I'll do like hello or hey first name, comma, and then I'll hit this, and then I will type, various stuff. And I just keep going, da 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 da, and I might have a link in here if I want to have a link. I can click this button here. I highlight this. I say, hey, I want that to be a link. I have my little example.com, and it tries to validate. So if it's not a real website, it stays red. But if it's a real website, it'll turn blue, I think. So then when I'm done with that, maybe I want to say I'm done. I just click off of it. Then I can do a signature, and it's another deal. I can say, sincerely, whatever. I can click this little image here, and I can upload a file for an image that goes right here for my my face or something. And then I can also generate a plain text. So if somebody doesn't have the HTML viewer, it'll just generate a plain text message for them. Once I'm done with that, I hit save. It saves it, and then I click next. Once that turns gray, it clicks next. So settings. This is going to track clicks on the website. That's great. Save and exit. So that's my first follow-up message. And once I've done a follow-up message, I can create my second one. And this is the one that's going to go out immediately after they sign up. If I want to do a new one, it'll be message number 2, and I'll be able to choose the interval type. When I want it to actually go on or go out. So that's how you do a follow-up message. Okay, this time we're going to talk about how to do a broadcast message. Basically, it's the exact same thing. Do a new HTML message. It'll load up my editor, as you see here. And then I'm going to insert my subject here, and I can personalize this too. You can do this on the other one too, where I say comma, you know, first name. I can put that in the actual, you know, subject of the message. So this one already pre-populated with a hi first name. Thanks for being a loyal subscriber. You know, here's a free something. Link. And it takes them to a page on my site or wherever I want them to go. So I can ignore validation and it just puts the link, just like I was saying on the other video. Then I want to be done there, and I want to put my signature there. And I'm going to upload that. I go and I upload a file, and I have a pretty picture there. And I can, you know, you can change this if you want a little space there. You can bold that, you know, whatever you want to do. I save it. It turns gray, and I click next. Now, this is sharing, so I can actually hook my Facebook up or my Twitter here, and I can tell it to actually share this particular broadcast with my Facebook or Twitter feed or fans. So that's kind of cool. Then I can go to next, or I can just click up here. It doesn't matter. Click next, and then I'm setting a date. All right, this is the scheduler. If I want to schedule it, and then it's got this really cool thing that shows all of the other, if I had other broadcasts, it would show them obviously in orange. This broadcast is going to show up here in blue. If I have other lists that I want to include, I can do it here. I've blacked this out so you can't see that. But basically what I want to do is I just want to click, I want to send it on Wednesday, and I'm going to send it at, you know, 5 p.m. whatever. And it sets it for the time zone you're in. So I'm in Mountain Time, so it sets it for that. Once I do that, I schedule, and I click this schedule and queue. It'll save it. And we wait. Waiting on Aweber. And there it is, pending broadcast. There's subject for message, first name. And it's going to go out when I told it to on the 20th at 5 p.m. So that's how you do a broadcast. So that's how you'd follow up with somebody who subscribed to your list. Now, a good piece of advice here is to ask them a probing question, or perhaps ask them about a problem that they're having in their business or with the particular niche that you're in. What this does is that it keeps the conversation going, and it allows you to build trust as you have that dialogue with your prospects. And it also, it helps you become top of mind whenever these people are thinking about the particular niche that you're advertising. Next, you'll need to create a web form to actually capture those email leads. Let's take a look at how to do that. Okay, real quick video about how to create a web form. Of course, I mean, everything's right up here for you. So you click web forms, you come to this page right here, click create a web form, and it's going to load a drag and drop WYSIWYG, you know, what you see is what you get form. This is one that I've used in the past. You can edit a header, so click here to get awesome stuff. And like I said, it's WYSIWYG, so you can bold it, you know, you can create it, make it in the center or whatever. You save it. You know, you can delete a field if you want, if you don't want to say powered by Aweber or we protect your privacy. If you don't want their name, you can actually kill that too. Then of course you can't use the first name, of course, on the other forms, but that's okay. So I mean, it's as simple as that. Once you get it to where you like it, of course you can add all kinds of things up here, privacy counter, powered, all these different things. You save your web form, it saves, and go to step 2. Name your web form. My web form, you can enable Facebook registration. So they have, if they're logged into Facebook, they will actually, they can just do a one-click registration and it'll give you their Facebook email as the email. That's kind of a cool thing, although some people, I believe, are kind of, they have a little bit of hesitancy to click that one-click registration with their Facebook email. So that's up to you. Then you create a thank you page. You can do a basic version of just thank you, or you can put a custom page so that you actually redirect them when they click the submit or the whatever button you have down there. A lot of people say don't use the word submit on that button. They say get access now or give me free stuff or or whatever it is, but don't use submit because it has a negative connotation. Regardless, once they click that button, they're redirected to whatever page you say here. You can open it in a new window, etc., etc. Basic version is just a customized page with your logo, but you can go through that. You can look at what those look like. Save the web form. Again, save every time you go to each page. And this is the third part. This is the publish. I will install my form. My web designer will install my form or have Aweber host my form. I usually use the I will install my form here. You have the option of doing the JavaScript snippet. A lot of places you can just literally use that code right there and it'll show the form that you created in the design phase. The raw HTML version, more for advanced users. Some templates will allow you to use their forms and you just would plug this in and it would grab the information from that form. So that's how you create and publish your web form for Aweber and for list building. This week's assignment is an obvious one. Sign up for Aweber or another autoresponder service and then do 3 things. First, create your first list. Now, it's not going to be that difficult. You just have to put some basic information about yourself or your company. Then I'd like for you to create your first follow-up message, the very first thing that they'll see once they sign up to your list. And then create a form for that list so that you can place that on a landing page. And we'll talk about that next week. In the next video, we'll be talking about creating a place for you to put that web form that you just created. A landing page. Really cool tactics that we'll be discussing. This is where you'll actually begin to see the results and be able to follow up with people. So until next time, thanks for watching.